If people are getting on your nerves, fans are getting on your nerves, you're tired of them, run. You're the fucking Flash. Run. Get the there. You ain't got to choke somebody out.
Nah,
Leave.
you saw his form in Justice League. That can't run.
You know, leave some streaks of lightning behind you and shit. You ain't got to choke. You ain't got to choke a out. Ezra Miller's always been a weird guy to me, man. A weird dude. So when somebody puts out there, does Ezra Miller have to choke a bitch? I never, you know, it never crossed my mind that he would literally try to do that.
You want to fight? Is that the deal? Whoa, bro. Fight?
The Flash was on our neck in the Flash. Yeah, people are like, what the fuck is this? That's the key. No one knows. Like, you're looking at this. What do you think, Christian?
I'm hoping it's like the most ingenious guerrilla marketing campaign ever, because it looks like he lost his goddamn mind. First of all, it looks like he's wearing flip-flops in the snow wherever this is taking place. And he pushes her up against the thing immediately, man. I don't know what's going on with it, but I also want to talk about that the people standing there didn't really seem to do much about it, which is bystander syndrome, which fucking annoys me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen.
He says, dude.
If you saw the Flash just run up on somebody and choke them out, you probably wouldn't know what to do either at the moment. You'd be like, you know, do I go in here? Do I stop? Is it a joke? You know, I don't know what's going on. First of all, I looked at it and I didn't even know that was Ezra Miller.
Learn it? Did you want to fight? Is that the deal?
I thought that was another woman. I was like, I was like, so where's Ezra Miller at? You know,
yeah, from the back, that looks like the Republican candidate. You know what I mean? Like for any senatorial race, like Sarah Palin wore that same shade of red.
I thought it was somebody's aunt. I thought this shit was in Walmart and somebody's aunt was fighting another woman for toilet paper.
Did you want to fight? Is that the deal? Whoa, bro. Fight?
You know what, man? A lot of people are mad about this, and they're talking about how this needs to, again, here comes the word. Ezra Miller needs to be canceled. I read some things today where they said that now we got the truth about Ezra Miller. There you go, people. He's a woman beater. Well, first of all, he ain't beating nobody. A woman choker. He'll choke the shit out of a chick. Yeah, I don't know about beating, but my whole thing is what I just said at the beginning of this show. I don't know what happened. I'd rather have full details of what's going on here. This might have been a prank. He might have known this chick. He might have snapped and really choked out somebody. You know, I don't know. You know, I don't know what happened. I mean, if he did this for real, then yeah, what the you know, and even then I want to know what was wrong here. You know, I hate to be the kind of...
It sounds like he dents the thing. I mean, like, there's just a lot of force to it. That's the creepy thing. It doesn't look like he's too hard putting her to the ground, which, by the way, is a weird thing to say, like in defense of Ezra Miller. Yeah. But just listen to the thud on the when she actually pushes her against the thing.
Yeah, let's see.
Learn it? Did you want to fight? Is that the deal? Whoa, bro. Fight?
Okay, I think I don't know what happened here, so I'm not even going to predict or try to say exactly what this is. If I had to pull out some details here, and I might even talk about this again tonight on the show, and for some people who miss this today, I might talk about this on so you'll hear me repeat this on What's Up, Son. But if I had to go through and look at this.
Well, actually, I just got a link. Someone in the chat threw a link up for us. And apparently it was a real altercation. Like, they're still figuring out all the details of it. But it was an altercation at a bar. So apparently this was totally real, and he just drank too much, you know?
Okay, because it looked to me like it was a joke at first. Like, because if you look at her, she's stepping up to him. First of all, what bar is this? This is like Chuck E. Cheese then. No longer a bar. It's bright as hell. But it looks like what happened. Looks like they're at the mall. Like two kids having. You know what it looks like? It looks like two kids having a dance battle at the mall, and they're around a little too rough.
It looks like a hockey rink to me. It looks like a Zamboni.
A Zamboni right there. Yeah, it does. A Zamboni that apparently delivers coffee. But this whole thing is weird. So what I'm not trying to take sides. I'm not trying to say, what really happened here. But if you look at this, what happened was, it looks like it started playful, like they were doing a mock dance battle, and then he joked around with it, and maybe got a little bit too rough. Maybe it got out of hand, not to the point you want to hurt her, but you know how you roughhouse with somebody, and maybe at some point you got a little carried away.
Learn it? Did you want to fight? Is that the deal? Whoa, bro. Fight? Learn it?
You know what? And here's the other thing. If it is real, let me just say this. Ezra Miller has, I think he's come out as non-binary or gender neutral. But I can guarantee you, all these who are talking about non-binary, always talking about gender neutral, I guarantee you, those are the same who come out and be like, a man should never put his hands on a woman. If this is real. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. I mean, so by the way, to answer the question of where this is a bar in Iceland, which makes so much sense. It's the most well-lit bar I've ever seen in my entire life. But apparently it was a bunch of fans who kept coming up to him, and apparently he just lost his cool. And I just don't understand how losing your cool being shitty equals choke slamming somebody. You know what I mean? Like, that's a bridge too far in my opinion, but we're going to get more details on it. It's going to be interesting because we're in cancel culture pretty full swing.
Yeah.
And even if it doesn't look tremendously violent, like, that's not a good look. Like, at worst, he's going to lose some work out of it, right?
Today there's so many cameras everywhere. I don't know why you want to do that when you know people got cameras. And the other thing is, if people are getting on your nerves, fans are getting on your nerves, you're tired of them, run. Fucking Flash, run. Get there. You ain't got to choke somebody out.
Nah,
leave.
You saw his form in Justice League. That can't run.
Leave some streaks of lightning behind you and shit. You ain't gotta choke them out, man. I'm looking at this and I'm like, yeah, this people. I keep saying this. I know. And you got to remember this. If you're a public figure, and everybody's human, so it's easier said than done about don't lose your cool. I get it. No one can just say that and expect everybody to do it. But God damn it, these cameras are everywhere. There's a guy got a camera on you right there, and you're gonna choke a chick out where the whole world can see you.
Learn it? Did you want to fight? Is that the deal? Whoa, bro. Fight?
This is where you start. You know what? Make your appointment for rehab today. That's you know what I'm saying? This is where you do the rehab shuffle, man. This is where you go and say, I got problems. I was,
right.
You know what? I was at a bar. I was drinking because I have a drinking problem. I now know that my behavior and my drinking has gotten out of control, and I am checking into the clinic today. That's the way you save yourself, man.
Yeah, we're 2 hours away from a press release of him suffering from extreme exhaustion. My favorite excuse, by the way, anytime anyone has a drug habit, they're like, they're suffering from extreme exhaustion. And yeah, that announcement's going to come down the wire like in 20 minutes after we get off.
That's when you say, do you know how hard it is being an alcoholic binary person?
No, you don't. You could never know how hard. You can
never know. Yeah, you got to throw that shit down, man. Do you know how it is to be an alcoholic gender neutral? I drank because I don't know what I am. Man, yeah, you spin that shit immediately. That's what publicists do. They pull you aside and they say, all right, what we got? You at a bar. You were obviously drinking. You attacked the fans. That means that you were under pressure. You're non-binary, you're gender neutral. I don't give a fuck what it means right now. I don't care. We're going with it. We're using all that to put out a press conference. And we're going to say that you just couldn't handle it anymore and you're going to rehab to be a better person. That is what you do.
And then people will applaud him. And then he'll be back in 2 months to do like Fantastic Beasts 3 and if Flash ever actually gets made.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, look. So who's worse? You got a guy who actually made physical contact and choked out a chick, and you got a guy who actually didn't make physical contact but pulled out his dick and started masturbating in front of people. Is there a difference?
Yeah. Where are we drawing the line here?
Somebody, I love the way the chat is looking at this. You're right. They said, Corey would fit into grimy Hollywood so well. You need to switch careers. I think I could. I do, man. I think I could be a good publicist, man. Who said that?
I've been telling you to move out here for a minute, man. Come hang out with me in LA.
This is what this should have done right here when everybody's getting on his nerves. Man, and run.